All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Judge Jackie Powell. This is first appearance, and we will deal with the first appearance docket first, and then we have a hearing docket, or two hearing dockets that we'll go through. So let's start with Juliana Fernandez.
She's here, present, Judge Amain. She is approaching.
All right, Ms. Fernandez, you are before the court this afternoon. Charge one is DUI, alcohol or drugs. Number two is DUI with a breath level greater than .15. And number three is careless driving. All right, does Ms. Fernandez have any prior criminal history?
I don't know, Your Honor, because she's not on my list, and it does appear she's from the state of Colorado.
Okay.
Judge, in speaking to Ms. Fernandez, I think she has minimal contact with the criminal justice system. However, saying that, I'm going to be contacting her mother, who's here locally in Fort Lauderdale, to post her monetary bond.
Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, so we'll leave the standard bonds in place. Scott Miller.
He is here, Judge, and he is Divine Service Public Defender. He's proceeding pro se. Mr. Miller, okay.
All right, Mr. Miller, you are before the court this afternoon. Charge one is a trespassing, and then number two is a capias on another trespassing charge. This capias was issued July 29th. And there is a $2,500 bond. I can't see the signature on that.
I think it's Judge Hurley.
Judge Hurley?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know what the circumstances are why Judge Hurley would issue a $2,500 bond on a trespassing charge, but now you're before the court again on another trespassing charge.
I knew nothing. I knew nothing of the first trespass. Yes, I was trespassing. I'm sorry? Okay.
Your Honor, it would appear that Judge Hurley set a $2,500 bond
Yes.
because Mr. Miller did not show up for his non-jury trial. He was given notice in open court on June 20th of this year to be present on July 29th. The other issue the court should be aware of, the allegation in that case is that he was trespassing at Winmore, where it's alleged he was trespassing in this case.
Okay. All right, Mr. Miller, I am going to have you go see Judge Hurley. All right, because you didn't show up for trial when you were supposed to, okay? So I'm leaving the bonds in place. All right, good luck, sir. Guy Jackson.
Judge, our Spanish interpreters.
Oh, that's right, I did see your, I'm sorry. Who needs the Spanish interpreter?
Page 4 at North Broward, it's Gerber Vasquez Mazariegos,
Okay.
which I'm sure is the correct pronunciation.
Gerber Vasquez Mazariegos.
Yes.
See, she says yes when I say it. Sir, you are before the court this afternoon.
Señor, ¿está usted acá ante la corte hoy día en la tarde?
Charge one is DUI with a breath level greater than .15.
El primer cargo es manejar bajo la influencia con con 1.5, más de 1.5 de aliento alcohólico.
And charge number two is DUI, alcohol or drugs.
Y el segundo cargo es manejar bajo la influencia de drogas o alcohol, primera ofensa.
And the court finds probable cause.
La corte encuentra causa probable para el delito.
And I'll ask the state this time, does Mr. Mazariegos have any prior criminal history?
Están preguntando si usted tiene, que averigüen si usted tiene antecedentes penales.
Has a pending case.
Usted tiene un caso pendiente, dice el señor fiscal.
The state's gonna be requesting a $2,500 bond on count one.
La fiscalía va a solicitar $2,500 de fianza en el primer cargo
Pretrial with a TAD monitor.
que le den la libertad a través del programa Pre-Trial con un monitor satelital.
No alcohol or intoxicants.
Orden de no consumir ni alcohol ni intoxicantes.
He's been out on a $500 bond since April 28th of this year.
A partir de abril 28 de este año, usted ha estado se le ha dado para que pueda salir en libertad con un programa,
For DUI before Judge Solomon.
porque usted tuvo un cargo de DUI que enfrente del juez Salomon, de la jueza Salomon.
All right, so, in a short space of time, Mr. Mazariegos is before the court again.
En un periodo corto de tiempo, usted, señor Mazariego, está nuevamente ante la corte
On a DUI charge.
bajo un cargo de DUI.
This time he had a breath level, the results showed .230 and .229.
Y los resultados de su examen de aliento alcohólico muestran un resultado de .230 y .229.
So based on those allegations,
En base a esos alegatos,
at this time I'm going to increase the bond on one
le voy a incrementar la fianza en el primer cargo
to $2,500,
a $2,500.
and that's going to include pretrial with a TAD monitor,
Y eso va a incluir el programa Pre-Trial, anterior al juicio, con un monitor satelital TAD.
no alcohol or intoxicants.
Orden de no consumir ni alcohol ni intoxicantes.
And the bond on count two will remain at $500.
Y en el segundo cargo la fianza va a permanecer igual, $500.
Okay.
¿Y la fianza cuándo la puedo pagar?
No le escucho, ¿qué?
¿La fianza
La fianza.
cuándo la pago?
How do I go about paying the bond?
Someone will have to pay it for him.
Alguien va a tener que pagársela a usted.
His family members would have to get a bondsman to post the bond.
Alguna familiar de usted tiene que ir donde un fiancista a ponerle la fianza.
And
Ok.
Okay.
all right, is there anyone else who needs a Spanish interpreter?
¿Alguien más que necesite la intérprete?
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Guy Jackson,
Mr. Jackson's present here, Judge at Maine. He's approaching. Come on up, sir.
Mr. Jackson, you're before the court on a capias that was issued March 28 of this year, and the charge is operating without a valid license. What does Mr. Jackson wish to do?
Judge, I'm speaking with Mr. Jackson. He wishes to resolve this matter today.
Okay,
Offers withhold court costs.
okay.
He wishes to accept the state's offer, Judge.
All right, Mr. Jackson, please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, you can put your hand down. And Mr. Jackson, do you understand the offer that has been extended to you?
Yes, ma'am.
And is anyone forcing you to resolve your case?
No, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
No.
Do you need any more time to speak with your attorney?
No, ma'am.
And you understand, sir, that you have the right to go to trial, but by taking a plea today, you are giving up that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever been treated for mental or emotional illness?
No.
And do you understand, sir, that if you are not a U.S. citizen, that by taking a plea today, it could subject you to deportation or immigration changes?
Yes, ma'am.
What plea do you wish to enter, sir? Guilty or no contest?
No contest.
I accept your no contest plea. I find that it's freely and voluntarily given. Your sentences withhold adjudication and court costs. Good luck. Dexter Johnson.
Been advised bonded, Judge.
Mr. Johnson bonded.
Mr. Duque Naranjo, come on up, please.
Daniel Duque Naranjo.
He's approaching, Judge. He's here at me.
Mr. Naranjo's bond has been posted. All right.
That's what I was gonna ask.
All right, sir, so you're before the court for DUI, alcohol, or drugs. Number 2 is DUI with a breath greater than .15. Number 3 is disobeying a stop sign. Number 4 is driving on the wrong side. And I find probable cause, and I've been advised by confinement status that your bond has been posted, so,
Good luck, sir.
all right. Michael Yellington,
Judge, a brief recall.
okay. And Dalkeith Morris.
He is here. Mr. Morris, come on up, please.
Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Morris. You are before the court this afternoon. Charge 1 is grand theft auto. Number 2 is criminal mischief. Number 3 is criminal mischief. 1 is under $1,000. 3 is over $1,000. All right, the court does find probable cause.
Judge, it's being Mr. Morris, financially right now, he's not in a position to post the $1,600, which is currently as a standard bond. He's looking forward to contesting these allegations, Judge. He's 28 years old. He's been here his whole entire life. He is working. He's been working with the same construction company now for 8 years, about $8.50 an hour. He lives with his mother in Miami. Right now, Mr. Morris has no property, Judge, so he's asking on these nonviolent offenses, the court would consider releasing him on a pretrial release.
I will comply with all terms.
Does Mr. Morris have any prior criminal history state?
Nancy, do you have anything outside of Broward County? While pretrial's checking that out, he had a loitering and prowling from October of last year where he was found, let's see. One moment. It's on someone's property, and the property owner saw him crawling out from behind his boat, which was in the perimeter of his gated front yard. When he made eye contact with Mr. Morris took off running. What do you have? Let's see. I know Mr. Romero's relaying that Mr. Morris is looking forward to fighting these charges, but the PC but the PC also indicates that Mr. Morris apparently made an admission, and this is on body-worn camera, that he was aware that the car that he was driving was stolen.
Hmm. 20 priors out of where? Broward, Osceola, where else? Miami? Orlando. All right, there's a lot going on in this probable cause affidavit. Not only there was jewelry that was found on him that did not belong to him. I'm gonna leave the bonds in place at this time.
Don't talk about the facts.
All right? Okay, so the bonds are in place. I'll leave the bonds in place.
Yes, Judge.
All right. When you're ready with Mr. Yellington, let me know, and I'll go to the hearing docket. We'll start with the misdemeanor docket. Damon Pappy.
And Joe, whenever the court's ready, the gentleman that was on recall is back, Mr. Yellington.
Mr. Pappy's on both dockets also.
Mr. Pappy's on the felony docket.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So Mr. Pappy has 2 felony charges, and then he also has a trespassing matter arrested on August 1st.
Yes, that's correct, Judge.
And I
Apparently,
believe that Mr. Pepe did not live locally or something.
No, he was brought down here from Orange County in Orlando.
May I say something, Your Honor?
Sure. Sure.
I could maybe have a word with the PD.
Oh, I guess
sure.
he wants to talk to you, Mr. Reedy. All right, I'll call you after you're done talking to the attorney. Jimmy Mathis?
I think you handled it
It was
this
that one
morning,
okay.
and he's actually on both dockets as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah, Mr. Poppy, what's going on?
Number 3, Mr. Mathis.
Yeah, it could be.
I think we handled
No,
his cases this
unfortunately, we
morning.
can't because it's a felony.
All
Ryan,
right,
your mic is on.
all right. Do we have Brian Kirk?
Is that me?
All right,
Oh, my mistake.
all right.
Okay. All right, Mr. Kirk was arrested on July 10th.
Yes, this is a down file from a felony theft to a misdemeanor theft. He's got, according to this, 28 days in. Your Honor, if Mr. Kirk wants to resolve this case, the offer from the state is 45 days. The reason being is his recent history. 2018, he had 3 felony thefts and 2 petty thefts. His most recent felony theft, he was arrested July 23rd of last year. When he pled the case out, he was sentenced to 364 days in county jail. He was released July 8th, 2 days before this new arrest. He had a felony theft in 2017, another in 2016, 2 more in 2015, another petty theft in 2015, and he's got a lot more history involving theft than those. Those are just the most recent since 2015.
This was down filed to a what?
Petty theft.
Oh, okay.
But, and it shows he was sentenced to the 364 days on 2 separate felony thefts, March 13th of this year.
All right. So, Mr. Kirk, you may want to go to see your division judge. Because you have a lot of things going on here, and I think 45 days is a reason.
Can I resolve it?
You want to accept the 45 days?
Yeah, I will.
All right.
And it would be with credit for the 28,
I
obviously.
know.
Yeah, no, I know.
I know.
Oh, wait.
All right, so you have credit for 28 days, so it'll be 45 days with credit for time served.
Okay.
All right, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, you can put your hand down. And Mr. Kirk, you understand the offer that has been extended to you?
Yes.
Is anyone forcing you to resolve your case?
No, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Do you need any more time to speak with an attorney?
No.
And sir, you understand you have the right to go to trial, but by taking a plea today, you are giving up that right.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever been treated for mental or emotional illness?
Yes.
Is there anything about that or the past treatment that would affect your decision today?
No.
And do you understand, sir, that if you're not a U.S. citizen, that by taking a plea today could subject you to deportation or immigration changes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what plea do you wish to enter, guilty or no contest?
No contest.
I accept your no contest plea. I find that it's freely and voluntarily given, and your sentence is adjudication, time served, adjudication 45 days in the Broward County Jail with whatever credit for time served you have, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Dana Dorado,
To resolve this matter today.
all right.
All right, let me see if I can get your order, okay?
All right, Mr. Dorado was arrested on August
No, I
2nd.
have no idea.
Yes.
Is there something else holding Mr.
See,
Dorado
hold
in
on, let me
custody?
see if I can find out.
No, this is it, Your Honor. The offer being adjudication, time served, no return.
Okay,
All right, is that what you'd like to do, ma'am? Adjudication, time served?
Ms. Dorado, are you hearing us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's an offer for adjudication and time served, no return to that location. Do you wish to accept that?
Yes.
All right, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
And you can put your hand down. Is anyone forcing you to resolve your case?
No.
You can put your hand down. Do you need any more time to speak with your attorney?
No, I don't think so.
Are you under do you need any more time to speak with your attorney? Yes or no?
Anything else you want to
no.
discuss with me, ma'am?
So I get to leave today? Like,
Yeah, I don't see anything else holding you.
okay. Okay,
Alright.
no, that's it.
All right, and
No, I don't see another date.
you understand that you have the right to go to trial,
could
but
if
by
you want
taking a
to.
plea today, you are giving up that right?
Yeah, yeah, I think I can get you time served on that. Let's do it.
Yes.
Right.
And have you ever been treated for mental or emotional illness?
No.
And do you understand that if you are not a U.S. citizen, that by taking a plea today, it could subject you to deportation or immigration changes?
Yes, I understand.
What plea do you wish to enter, guilty or no contest?
No contest?
All right, I accept your no contest plea. I find that is freely and voluntarily given. Your sentence is adjudication and time served. Good luck.
Thank you.
Take care, Dana.
Thank you.
All right. Did we miss anyone on the misdemeanor? Okay, so what, are we ready with Mr. Poppy? He's at where again?
Contiero?
Okay. All right,
Judge, after speaking with Mr. Poppy, he indicates to me he'd like to resolve the trespass charge. And I'm going to be asking the court to consider releasing him on his own recognizance on the felony charges. He does live in the Orlando area. He lives with his two daughters. Unfortunately, at this point in time, he is not working because he is applying for disability. He has a bad back. Consequently, he has not been able to save any money or open a bank account or have any funds with which he could post a monetary bond. And I understand that he is out of the jurisdiction of the court, but Orlando's not all that far. So he can come back to court if needed.
well, it isn't, but these are 2016 cases.
And
That's
just
correct.
so the
And
court,
so where has Mr. Poppy been all this time to, obviously,
Your Honor, I was never aware
obviously,
of these charges. I was never arrested on them, never served on them. Nothing. I didn't know about it till I was picked up on them just now in Orlando. I was never arrested on those offenses, never served, nothing. And if you look in the file, you'll see that is correct. I was never arrested, never served. Ma'am, if I would have been, I would have been in court without question.
well, I wouldn't say without question, Your Honor, he does have failures to appear in his past. The point is, this isn't a situation, as you've seen, Your Honor, before, where something happened, an incident allegedly occurs in 2016, and we don't make a filing decision until 2018. As you can see, this allegedly occurred in June of 2016. Within 2 months, the state filed information. Law enforcement has been unable to serve the warrant on him for going on 3 years. Now he's finally here. It's a filed case. I'd ask that the clerk's office schedule an arraignment as quickly as possible. I don't see why it should take that long. And that if you postpone, fine, but just the ROR for him to leave the jurisdiction, Your Honor, I
I'm
would
not
say
gonna
oppose.
ROR under these circumstances, so if he still wants to resolve the trespassing matter,
Yeah, I'll make an
or if
offer
he
on the
wants to
trespass.
wait, it's up to him.
It's up to you, Mr. Poppy. The judge has indicated, as you just heard, she's not inclined to release you. I'm still more than willing to call your daughters for you if you want me to. And if you want,
That's fine. I'll wait it out and just take care of it while I'm here.
all right, do you want to resolve the trespass case?
100%.
Okay.
One moment.
All right,
The offer would be adjudication time served.
Did you hear the offer, Mr. Poppy?
Yeah,
Adjudication, time served. Is that what you'd like to do?
sounds good.
All right.
All right, sir, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, you can put your hand down, and you understand everything that has been discussed here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is anyone forcing you to resolve your case?
No, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
No, Your Honor.
Do you need any more time to speak with your attorney?
No, Your Honor.
And sir, you understand you have the right to go to trial, but by taking a plea today, you are giving up that right?
Correct, yes, I understand.
Have you ever been treated for mental or emotional illness?
No.
And do you understand, sir, that if you are not a U.S. citizen, that by taking a plea today, it could subject you to deportation or immigration changes?
Yes, Your Honor.
What plea do you wish to enter, Mr. Pappy?
No contest.
I accept your no contest plea. You find that it's freely and voluntarily given. Your sentence, sir, is adjudication and time served. Okay? That's
Now,
all.
on the other two, they're gonna set for arraignment,
Yes,
am I
sir.
correct?
Yes, sir. Okay?
Type fashion.
All right.
Good luck, Mr. Poppy.
Sean Kier, Woolfork.
Paul Ryan.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Woolfork was arrested on August 2nd. This is a grand theft auto charge.
She has $1,000 bond on the Grand Theft Auto. I'm showing, she just pled out a Grand Theft Auto March 22nd of this year. And, one moment, she was, I guess she had game time. She was released March 30th of this year. Additionally, she also pled out a 2018. Oh, on that case that she pled out, Your Honor, she had been out on pretrial, but she was picked, she violated her pretrial and was picked up in January. It says that she was on a GPS monitor, she tampered with it, removed it, and her whereabouts and activities were unknown.
All right. Ms. Woolfork has $1,000 bond. I'm going to leave that in place at this time. So we'll deny the ROR. Edward Brown.
Mr. Brown is here present, Judge at Maine, approaching, come on up, Mr. Brown.
All right, Mr. Brown was arrested on August 2nd. There are 4 charges, 1 felony and 3 misdemeanor charges.
Yes, I think he was originally in the hospital. I think you might have heard, yes, you said his bond yesterday, actually, for his first
did.
appearance.
How much bond does he have?
$1,000.
Okay.
Judge, he's not gonna be able to afford that, but from what he advised me, he's a veteran and he has a clean record. So Judge, we're gonna be asking for the court to consider releasing him on pretrial release.
State any criminal history?
One moment, Judge. Did you see if Nancy has any?
Is that in regards to Mr. Brown, what you just said? 2005? Out of Pennsylvania, okay. That was dismissed? Oh, okay. What are the, does anyone have the probable cause affidavit from this arrest?
Your Honor, it's kind of, it's a little in-depth.
It is?
Yeah, if you could provide, could confined status please provide the judge with the PC?
I'll give it back. Oh. Is this something that can go to Veterans Court?
I believe so with Judge Merrigan, Judge, but that's gonna, I believe, be done, down the road. And Judge,
There's a lot of
I
things,
haven't had an
a lot of
opportunity to
things going
review the
on there
PC
in the
affidavit.
PC.
It
So-
wasn't an odyssey, but I probably believe that alcohol probably had something to do with it, with a mixture of maybe a combination of medication. Judge, so if the court were inclined, we would ask for standard pretrial with basically a condition as far as random testing, no alcohol or intoxicants.
All right, I'll grant the pretrial with random testing. No alcohol or intoxicants. And sir, you need to make sure you go to the pretrial office tomorrow morning to sign up. If you don't go to sign up, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Do you understand that, sir? All right.
Good luck.
Okay, Marcus, yes.
Oh, sorry.
Marcus
There was
Kinnick?
one, oh, Mark's coming, okay. Come on up, Mr. Kenneth.
Yeah, I'll get to Mr. Yellington. I haven't forgotten.
No, there was one other gentleman I was gonna ask you about that I believe he's here that should have maybe been deleted. Mr. R.Q. Emerson, he was on the 30-40 day, but I think we addressed him yesterday.
We did.
So
Is
that's
it-
why I just wanted, so I can tell the deputies to send him back.
He's gonna be going before Judge Lonoren if he didn't see, Judge Lonoren this morning.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, Mr. Kinnick?
Mr. Kenneth is here.
Mr. Kinnick was arrested on August 2nd, and he also has several charges. How much, what was his total bond?
$1,000, Judge.
That was just on
1,000?
Grand Theft Auto.
And what kind of criminal history does Mr. Kinnick have?
That's a robbery by sudden snatching, threat to specified individuals, and resisting without violence. Last year, he, let's see. So, yeah, looks like he pled that out in July of last year. I'm also showing
And Judge, while Mr. Linder is looking, what seems to be the problem is he's already reached out to his family. His family is working on trying to bond him out, but what the problem that they're encountering is they're having problems coming up with the collateral, and that's the main issue with Mr. Kennick. So I was going to request, Judge, if the court would consider reducing the bond from $1,000 to $100, so they could post that monetary amount, then there wouldn't be any collateral. They could just post a cash bond like that, or in the alternative, Judge, releasing him on pretrial release.
Your Honor, if the court's inclined to modify the bond, then I would just ask that he be placed on pretrial so that there's some level of supervision, whether it's a bond agent if he fails to appear in court, or pretrial release services.
All right, so with these charges of grand theft auto, petty theft, leaving the scene of a crash, all right, I'll reduce his bond to $100, but he's also gonna be on a level 2 pretrial supervision. Okay. All right, Fraser Linder.
Fraser Linder, come on up, please. Fraser. He's approaching, Judge.
Wasn't Mr. Linder here yesterday?
Yes, it's another one of those cases where it gets medically reset, and then the second look and the first appearance
Right,
end up either happening the same day or a day apart.
all right. So,
He's got $1,000 bond on a possession of cocaine. He does have a lengthy history with numerous failures to appear. He was arrested last year on a failure to appear, uttering a forged instrument in grand theft. He ended up violating probation. He was originally placed on 3 years probation as a habitual offender, and he ended up violating and was sentenced to 364 days county jail. 2012, felon in possession of a concealed weapon, possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver, 24-month state prison as a habitual offender, possession of cocaine, 2012, 24 months, carrying concealed weapon, 2011, 2011, possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver within 1,000 feet of a specified area, battery on a law enforcement officer, 06, he was qualified habitual on that case, delivery of cocaine and possession of cocaine with intent, 05, goes on from there, Judge. And, let's see. The arrest before that last capias I mentioned, he was picked up on a court order, another court order, another capias.
all right, at this time, I'm gonna deny any ROR. His bond will remain at $1,000.
Yes, Judge.
Drew Morgan.
Mr. Morgan is here, President Main Judge approaching.
All right. Mr. Morgan was arrested on August
Leave the scene of
3rd.
accident with injury.
How much bond does he have?
$2,500, Judge. I'm leaving the scene of an accident with injury.
Okay,
Checking his history right now.
okay.
Judge, Mr. Morgan is advising me that he lives here locally with his mother. His mother is 70 years old, and she's disabled. Mr. Morgan helps his mother. Judge, right now, they're not in a position to post this bond, so he's asking to be released on pretrial release.
I don't know about that. Are they? Oh, wow. Now I see what you're talking about. Let's see what we got.
Thank you.
Okay. Your Honor, I don't have a problem with pretrial. What I would request, though, is no alcohol or intoxicants and random testing. And the reason I'm making this request is, I would note he has 2 prior DUIs in his past, and there's a concern, and I think it's a realistic concern, the motivation from fleeing the scene of this incident. I would note he was driving a scooter. There was a passenger on his scooter. He crashed the scooter. The passenger suffered a broken left hand, lacerations to her left leg, left hand, and face.
All right. And did you tell me his criminal history?
Let's see.
Well, you did say.
He's got the
there's a
2 prior
DUI.
DUIs,
Yeah.
and that's, Your Honor, I believe that was what makes the conditions relevant. He has other priors, and I see some drug offenses, but these are the most relevant priors.
Okay.
Actually, I think he has 3 prior DUIs.
All right. Is Mr. Morgan working?
Are you working, sir?
My primary job is taking care of my mother, but I do odd jobs for my brother-in-law.
All right. He's gonna be on pretrial with a level 2 pretrial. Okay.
Yes, Judge.
And no alcohol or intoxicants.
You got it.
All right. And then we have Mr. Yellington. Yes. Yes.
Mr. Yellington is
I said
approaching,
that
Judge. He's here on
random
me.
testing.
How you doing today, young man?
Hello, Mr. Yellington.
I want to try to resolve this, ma'am. Hey,
Yeah.
ma'am, can you please just take into consideration, my mom just passed away of cancer, right? I just found out 2 days ago I got HIV. I'm signed up to go to Henderson tomorrow. I got an appointment with the counselor. They're trying to get me into a place called Archways. So please, if we could just resolve this today and get this over with. I'm in the process of getting my whole life back together. I just need you to give me the chance. Please take into
Well,
consideration.
Mr. Yellington, the last time you were here, what were you sentenced to?
They gave me time. Time served. I had like 2 or 3 days credit in, so they time served me.
Okay, and then the time before that, what happened?
I got I think he gave me 5 days.
And then the time before that, what happened?
They time served me.
All right, so I don't, so you keep coming back, and every time you come before me, there is another story that I don't know what to believe anymore, because there's always a story.
I promise you, if you give me one more chance, I promise you I will not come back for this. I swear to you. I got an appointment tomorrow with the Henderson people. They're getting me into a place called Archways. If not, they're trying to get me into a place called Faith Farm. Please, I just got found out I got HIV. I'm going through a lot right now, Judge. Please, just give me one more chance. I promise you I will not come back for this.
Can you help me? When was the last time Mr. Yellington was here?
He got out of custody the day before this arrest,
Which was
August 4th.
So you got out August 4th, and you were back in on August 5th.
No, it's because I had a warrant. I had 2 warrants for.
This is a new law violation. This is not on a warrant. This is a new law violation that happened August 5th, and it's in the same location, in the same place where
That's why I live.
where I keep telling everybody, if you keep getting arrested in the same place, doing the same thing over and over, it's just total insanity. And
I'll
then
leave. I'm leaving the area. I'm telling you, I'm leaving. I promise you. I'm leaving the area. Get me into a program. Please, give me one chance, Judge. I promise you, I will never come back for this.
how long have you been in custody now?
I've been in custody 2 days.
I'm gonna give you 5 days with credit for time served. That's gonna be your sentence if you wish to resolve the case today.
Yes.
All right, please raise your right hand. Is swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can put your hand down. And you understand everything we've discussed here today?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone forcing you to resolve your case?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
And do you need any more time to speak with an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Sir, you understand that you have the right to go to trial, but by taking a plea today, you are giving up that right.
Yes, ma'am.
And have you ever
Can't
been?
you just give me like 3 days so I make the appointment at least?
No, I'm gonna give you 5 days. That's gonna be the sentence. So you take it or you go to your division
Do I
judge.
get any game time for that?
You get credit for whatever time you've already been in.
So you don't get no game time?
What are we doing, Mr. Yellington? Are we taking the plea or you're gonna go before your division judge?
No, I'm gonna take the plea.
All right. Well, all right. So, you understand you have the right to go to trial, but by taking a plea today, you are giving up that right.
Yes.
And have you ever been treated for mental or emotional illness?
No.
And do you understand, sir, that if you are not a U.S. citizen, that by taking a plea today, it could subject you to deportation or immigration changes?
Yeah.
All right, what plea do you wish to enter, guilty or no contest?
No contest.
All right, I accept your no contest plea. Find that it's freely and voluntarily given. Your sentence is adjudication and 5 days in the Broward County Jail with credit for any time served. Okay, good luck.
Yeah. Do I get any game time on that?
All right.
2 days?
All right, so thank you, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.